Hello, good morning, and welcome back to Rocking the Spectrum. Today we are doing breakfast at Eggworks.
And then my favorite place, Target. And then my second favorite place, the gym.
So let's get started.
And also in this video, I'm going to be talking about Christian's potty update. I have been going hardcore on potty training, so I want to give you guys an update now. It's been about a month, so I think it's a good time to talk about it. So I'll talk about that later in the video. Look at that tall boy. Good job, Christian. You won number 1. Good job. Let's go find Puppy. Uh-oh. Párate. Stand up. Thank you. Hi. See yourself? You want to say hi? Can you say hi? Say hi. Hi. Say hi. Hi. You want pee-pee. Third time taking Christian to the restroom at Target. It is gym time. Where are you going, Haiti?
To the playroom, my worst nightmare.
The playroom is your worst nightmare. Dad. Christian, ready for the playroom.
So we have a visitor coming, which is my grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we call him Papa Chuche, and he's coming over. He lives in Mexico, so
We're excited.
yep. And we're gonna play lots of board games with him.
Yeah. But first we have to go grocery shopping.
Yay, my favorite.
Mm.
Come on, mommy, you can do it. You can do it. Baby fruit.
So if you are new to our channel, you wouldn't know that we've been trying to potty train Christian for pretty much over 2 years now. We started really trying when he turned 3, on and off. We have gotten the routine down, and he was on the point where he would go whenever we would take him. He wasn't resisting, he wasn't scared. We just couldn't get him to just like not have potty accidents, or like we couldn't get him to tell us when he needed to go to the bathroom. So I did mention that when summer started, I wanted to go ahead and try to focus on potty training, getting him in underwear, getting rid of the pull-ups. So we have been trying, and we started when school let out, so it's been about a month of trying really hard to get Christian to wear underwears, and I wanted to go ahead and update you guys on that. The first few days that we tried, everything was going really well. He was still going to the restroom. He wasn't having accidents. I think we had like 1 or 2, and I was really optimistic because I felt like, yay, we finally are gonna do it. As soon as it went over like 3 days, and when he started going to the clinic, and I think when he realized that it was like a real thing, a full-time thing, we weren't going to be using pull-ups anymore. I don't know what switched, but he was not happy about it, and he started holding onto his pee again. So he was refusing to let go of the pee or void in the toilet at all, and he was he increased accidents like 10 times worse than it was. So we were going really well, and then we just were like horrible. I would say we had about 2 weeks of like, this is going bad. It's like an extinction burst where it was like, I'm not gonna do this. I am through with this. I'm gonna act out. I'm gonna cry whenever we go to the restroom. I'm gonna hold on to my pee, and it was kind of like as soon as we would walk out of the bathroom, he would let go of all the pee he was holding. I could have been sitting there with him for 5 minutes on the toilet, but he wouldn't release it. The only way that I could get him to release it was like if I would kind of distract him, whether I was brushing his teeth like I used to do before, or like tickling him, whatever. Like the only way I could do it sometimes is distracting him. But he was purposely trying to hold on to his pee, peeing on himself. He would come to like this corner over here and like pee on himself. I would have a whole puddle. I bought like a what is it, the Swiffer, the wet Swiffer, to try to like clean up his messes specifically for when we were potty training. So we made a plan, the BCBA, the RBT, and we like went back to the reward system of any time you pee in the toilet, we'll go ahead and reward you for that, because he just was holding on to it again. So we had to like step back. We kind of regressed a little bit, step back to reinforcing any void in the toilet, even if it was just drops, to get him okay with using the bathroom again. After a week of rewarding him with Skittles every time he went to the bathroom, he went back to being okay with going with using the toilet again. So I bought a bunch of underwear, and especially when he was holding onto his pee, we would go through so many underwears, and always laundry. And like whenever I would take him to the ABA center, I would make sure I would pack like five shorts. I would pack like 8 underwear, diapers just in case, just a bunch of change of clothes. So it was a horrible 2 weeks of trying to potty train, where I was like, man, I think in the past I would give up at that point. In my mind, I would think that he's not ready to potty train because we were just having so many accidents. In reality, that's something that is like gonna happen, extinction burst, when you are trying to get rid of a behavior. So him holding on to his pee, you're gonna get a lot of behaviors coming out of it. You just have to stay tough and continue to move forward with what you know is gonna work at some point, and eventually he'll realize, like Christian realized, like, you know, holding on to my pee is not making them stop using underwear or stop taking me to the restroom, and I'm actually not gaining anything by it. But when I go in the restroom and I do the routine and I pee in the toilet, I get a Skittle, so that's better for me. Over time, he understood that again, and I would say now we are within the month now. Christian is going to the restroom every 40 minutes. And if I do notice that he's drinking more juice, or if he's had watermelon or something that is more gonna make him go to the restroom more, I keep that in mind, and I'll take him every 20 minutes and every 30, just give or take. I'll estimate that myself. But as of right now, Christian is using underwear all day. The only time that I will put a pull-up on him is at night, and when we are going to speech or daycare, like when we're going to the gym, they don't take him every 40 minutes, so I will put a pull-up on him. He will stay dry most of the time though. Still, I just do that as preventative, because I don't, when he's getting demands on him, like speech will put demands like do this, do that, and if he's not happy, or if he's being tickled when he's getting a reward, he will still sometimes have a little bit of an accident. So just in case, I'll put a pull-up on him. But I do definitely have him in underwear all day when he's at home, all day when he's with me, like at grocery store, Target, things like that. He's in underwear now, so that's a huge milestone. He is only having accidents, I would say maybe like once a day, if anything. We have had accident-free days, but if it is an accident, like a number 1 accident, he is not really horrible, because he is releasing pee every 40 minutes. It's just like a little baby one, like it's not even like wet on the floor. It's like his underwear feels a little like a wet spot. So that's a lot better than when he was holding his pee and he would have accidents every 20 minutes, and it would be, no, not every 20 minutes, because he was holding on to it. It was like whenever he would finally release, it'd be like a huge accident, like a mopping and all the works. So I'm really happy. Number 2, bowel movements are still hard, because it's not like a typical child where you would be like, oh, they're holding on, they're giving me signs, they're saying, you know, like, oh, number 2, or like whatever the signs are. Technically, Christian doesn't have those. On and off, he'll sometimes do the potty dance, or because I know my son now, or we know some of his tells, we could tell when he's doing like maybe touching the front a little bit more, or doing the little wiggle, or just something in his eyes are telling me like, you have to go. But he doesn't necessarily tell me. So if you're looking for cues from your child, maybe try to find different cues that they might be giving you, or I mean, you could definitely try to have them tell you that they have to go, and maybe they will. But Christian doesn't necessarily, just because he's not telling me that he needs to go, or I don't see the normal cues, doesn't mean that he's not ready to be in underwears. Because if you were to take it like that, then I wouldn't have him in underwears, because he isn't still telling me, and I do have to take him every 40 minutes or he will pee himself. I'm on or off, because sometimes he can hold him more, but just in case, I do take him every 40 minutes. So just keep in mind that you know, like the typical things that you look for potty training when you have a typical child, they're not necessarily the ones that you'll see in your child. So that doesn't mean that you can't try to put him in underwear. But yeah, so yeah, right now he is in underwear. I do take him every 40 to an hour and 10 minutes, just depending on how brave I am, because the longer I wait, the more of a chance there'll be an accident. For number 2, I try to catch it, but it is hard because we can't always be just looking at him nonstop and trying to see if he needs to go. I was taking data on it and trying to see if there was a pattern, but honestly, it was like a few days he would go in the middle of the day, and then all of a sudden it would switch to at nighttime, and then all of a sudden it would be twice a day. So it's like sometimes I'd be like, yay, we got the potty, we don't have to worry about that one, number 2, and then all of a sudden it's like at 8 and 9, I'm like, what, you went again? Oh man. So like that one's hard, but it is what it is. Like, I'm really focusing on potty training to the point where he's wearing underwear now, and I'm not gonna stop just because we have number 2 accidents. It's just, you know, we gotta just roll with the punches, clean it up, put it in the washer, and just call it a day, you know. So it is hard work, and you definitely have to really focus on it and try and just give it your all, you know. Like, and if your child is not ready, it's okay. It's okay to just be like, you know, it's not the time right now. I have had times where in the past, over the last 2 years, I'm like, we're gonna try, and it doesn't work out, and it just wasn't your time. Don't feel like you have to force it. I will say that putting them in underwear does make you, as a parent, I feel, be more alert and aware of the time and like the needing to take them to the restroom versus pull-ups. They have a diaper on, so if they do pee, it's like in your mind, regardless of your best efforts, you still have that like safety net. So if possible, then I would definitely give it a go with undies. I know it's not always possible, and the reason why I started is because he was out of school, and I knew that myself, Hugo, my family, ABA center, everybody was on board and capable and willing to do the every 40 minutes taking him to the restroom. When you don't have that support because school wouldn't take him, I couldn't start it before. So definitely everybody has their time, every child has their time. Just because my son is 5 and isn't potty trained yet doesn't mean that I'm doing something wrong. You just have to put your best effort. If your child is 8 and still not potty trained, that doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. Just always try the best that you can at that moment. If you've tried for a long time and you're still at that road where it's just not working, you know, like try to talk to a professional or try to seek like classes, or just see if there's anything that you can do. And if you can't, it's okay, you know, like try again another time. Try working on like getting the potty sign down, try working on like pointing, try showing videos, try your best, and just don't give up. It's okay to take breaks to try to figure out what works. Just don't give up. I'm not saying that my son is fully potty trained, but we're doing a lot better than we were 2 months ago, and that's with a big hiccup. Trust me, when you get these like hiccups of like all of a sudden they don't want to pee anymore, all of a sudden it's like every 30 minutes you have to bring out the mop, you have to like have number 2 accidents on the undies, and it's like, oh, it's so disgusting. Just try your best, you know, like, and if it works out, that's amazing, and if it didn't, don't give up. It doesn't mean it won't happen. Yeah, so that's the potty update right now. I do have Christian in underwears. Finally, for the first time, I want to say ever, the longest I've had him in underwear, which is like a month, and where we're not having accidents continuously. Maybe 1 a day, and they're small accidents. I would call number 2, which is bowel movements. I would say we're still not there at all. Like, when we catch it, it's great, but he won't give us any sign. So that one is still tricky. Pee, I feel like we got it down to a T. Today he hasn't had any accidents. It's just about remembering to take him to the restroom, because right now he's not giving us any signs. When it's the right time, it will happen. Trust me, I've been trying for 2 years. I'm still not 100%, but I am a lot closer. Just don't give up. Don't feel like it'll never happen, and don't give up, and don't feel like you're alone, because there are so many of us that are still trying to potty train. And if you're not there yet, it's okay. Just keep trying. I want to show you guys, even though right now it's empty because I have been busy and I have to do laundry, but right now I want to show you guys, hold on. So this is my little candy holder. Every time Christian gets one, I give him a candy. And Haiti is so amazing because she wants to get candy. She will bring him herself, and he listens to her, and she'll give him a candy. She'll do the whole potty routine with him. She's awesome. And this is where I keep my underwear. It's usually full of underwear. I wish I could show it to you. Maybe I'll insert a clip when it's all full, but I just put like 7 underwears in the morning when he went to clinical. So this is where I keep the underwear, because when Christian has a potty accident, I don't want to go running to the room. I want to have the underwear there ready. And also what I would say is try not to give too much attention to the negative. So like, Christian, why did you wet yourself? You go pee over here. Because my son is very much about escape and getting attention and like things like that. I will just, I don't even really acknowledge it. I will just take him and do the whole routine regardless, have him take off the dirty underwear, do the whole thing, still sit down, have him wait there for a while, do the whole routine, because one, even though you peed yourself, you still have to do the routine, so you got nothing out of that, and two, now you don't get a candy. So you're still wanting to reward the best. Give them more praise and more attention for doing the right thing than the wrong thing, pretty much. I hope that makes sense. So for Christian, I don't tell him anymore, like, Christian, you're supposed to pee over here. We pee over here. When he does it right, this is when I say, yes, Christian, good job. You went pee in the toilet. That's good. That's what we need to do. We just hype up the good stuff and don't really focus on the bad stuff, is what I would say. All right. I hope this helps. Leave any questions you have down below, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my knowledge with what has worked with Christian. And I will talk to you guys real soon, and I'll keep updating you guys. Hopefully soon this year I can say Christian is fully potty trained. If not, at least I have him in underwears and I have him in a position where everybody involved can do it. So hopefully, no, I'm saying it right now, no more pull-ups. Yay! Except for at night. All right, I'll see you guys real soon. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.